Hello everyone, welcome back. We are on our part 2 of my marriage saga. Thank you for being here again with me. And then let's carry on. So did I tell you we went to Thailand? Yes, after the wedding. Okay, before Thailand, we had booked, they have given us a free night in our venue at Hulala. So we went to the venue on our very first night. So me waited for that long. I was looking forward. Yes, I must say, I must be honest. I'm very honest. I was looking forward that, oh Lord, I can't wait. So we actually went to Hulala, and the first night when we get there, my guy just looked at me. I thought to myself, okay, what is the meaning of this? I thought, okay, maybe he's tired. I gave him a benefit of a doubt that maybe he's tired. I mean, he's worked very hard in preparation of the wedding, the driving in and out of town and bringing in straws. He was doing almost everything by himself. So I was like, probably he's tired. On second thought, I'm thinking, maybe he used to say I look like my dad. Whenever he looks at me, he thinks my dad. So I thought maybe he's scared. He thinks my dad is watching. Anyway, he actually looked at me and I'm like, okay. So the rest is history. But yeah, that was that. In the first night, he was scared. And yeah, finally it happened. And yeah. Anyway, we went on the third day. We were traveling to Thailand. So we traveled. I started to sense some friction. When you sense coldness, but you want to convince yourself that is tiredness. You want to believe what your mind is telling you, You don't want to believe. You want to believe what your heart is telling you, not what is happening around you. So I was like, he's still tired, but I could feel that he's very cold. But I didn't want to entertain that negative thinking. And before that, I didn't mention that after the lobola, after the engagement, my dad sat me down. Before he sat me down, he called me. And he said to me, he's sensing something in this marriage. I'm like, no, Papa, you pray too much. There is nothing, we are okay. And I remember that was the first time. I'm like, there's nothing, we are fine. The second time, I remember we were in Soweto. They came here for a revival. So we were sitting down, me and him. He sat down with me, they did two daughter talks. And he said to me, my daughter, I remember him very well. You like things, your Thailand trips, your boat, your everything that you are planning. I'm so worried. I've seen a lot of people doing these big things, big weddings, and their marriage collapse in like 3 months. I'm like, no, it's not going to happen to me. Dad, I'm a prayerful person. I know what I'm doing. It happened to them, but not me. He's like, okay. Kept quiet, he left me. Didn't force me. He was just advising. And the third one, I think it was 2 months now before my wedding, when we were on the call. So out of the blue, he just said to me, you know what, my daughter, I see you are excited. I'm not going to stop or say anything to ruin your happiness. But go try. If it does not work, don't kill yourself. Come back home. I mean, I should have listened. Those words were very hard. I mean, hearing those words from your dad, go try. I'm like, I'm getting married in 2 months and you're telling me to go try. I'm not going there to try. So my weak point is being stubborn. I'm a stubborn person. But still, I listen. I'm when I convince myself that something is going to work, I know I've convinced myself it's going to work, but you cannot crush what I believe in. That is my weak points. So I said to my dad, thanks for your words of advice, but I'm not going to come back. I'm going. It's one way. There's no return. I'm like, okay, bless you. May God bless you as you start your new journey. I was happy that, okay, finally, he understands. Now, Thailand. And then when we get to Thailand, we were gonna stay for 7 days. So we stayed for 7 days. The 7 days was a mess, guys. You can see my pictures. The 7 days were a mess. I lost weight. I mean, I had already lost weight, but then because of now my heart was not at peace, I lost so much weight on the 7 days. Why? Because this guy, if he's not tired, he's hungry. If he's not hungry, it's hot. Thailand is hot. It's 40 degrees Celsius. You wake up in the morning, it's already hot. So he didn't want to talk. When I initiate the conversation, he's tired already. I don't feel like talking. I mean, I remember this other night, I said to him, let's talk about our wedding. What was the most exciting moment for you? He's like, this thing just happened. I know everything. We never even discussed our wedding because for me, as a woman, those things are exciting, you know? And even if you don't want to do them, for me, at least to excite me. But my guy was like, no. Like he was not interested. He was not interested in anything. I mean, anything, you know? So I just kept hoping that things will change. You know, the pictures that you saw, the pictures that we kept posting, my girls, you guys who are envying things that you see on social media, not everything you see is true. The pictures that you saw, it was just a moment that I will catch him. Then we'll be like, baby, let's have a selfie. We have a selfie. We look like we are happy. But most of the time, I was unhappy. I was pretending to be happy. I remember this other time, the way he was so not interested in me. We are sleeping. He just got to bed. He slept. He just went to sleep. He slept. I'm thinking to myself, is there anything wrong with me? Because you know, when you are in different places at work, they used to say, you know, sometimes you do not click. You are not compatible with your partner sexually. So I got scared when something like that happened. I'm thinking, could this be one of those things between me and my guy? Because like he's not interested at all. So I sent him a text. I got scared to even speak to him. I sent him a text. Remember I said I've known him since I was 14. I was used to this person. But now I'm even scared to talk. I said to him, I think it was our day or fourth day. I sent him a text. I asked, is there anything wrong with me? Why is it that you are not interested? Did I do anything? What is wrong? And he was sleeping, he didn't see. I woke him up. I'm like, I sent you a message. He woke up and he read, yo, guys. He got angry at me. He's like, what is it that you want me to do? You see, this place is very hot. I'm tired. And he was so angry. I'm like, but then if you're tired, can't we speak? Can't we talk? I mean, we are here together in a foreign country. He's like, I'm tired. I'm just tired. He's been tired. Stood. It's 10 p.m., guys. He stood. He walked out of the room. Now I'm scared. I'm like, oh my God. What if he never comes back? What if, I'm so scared now. I'm worried that, what if we lose him in a foreign country? What if he does something stupid? Like the way he was so angry when he left the room, I was very scared as well that, me and my talking too much. I was supposed to just sleep and keep quiet. And then I said to myself, Rajas, calm down. When this man comes back, just go hug him and apologize. Don't say a word. Let him be controlled by his emotions. Do not seek attention, because clearly you can see that he does not want anything to do with you. So I chilled and I kept praying that he comes back. And after an hour, he opened the door. I like, thank you, Jesus. I went, I gave him a hug. I'm like, baby, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. Please forgive me. And he's like, it's fine. He slept. And then from there, I said to myself, the remaining 3 days, I must just keep shut. I must not nag. I must just let him be. When he's happy, I will follow in. When he's sad, when he's in his mood, I'm gonna be quiet. So yeah, we managed. I managed my 7 days. At least I was happy that now we're going home. At least I'll be with people I love. Maybe the pain will be better, you know. Rejection hurts. I was rejected in a foreign land, you know, and I'm with this person that I believed he was there to love me, to protect me. When we get there, we are now in a foreign land. He shows me, like, I've seen a different person that I married. But I kept hoping that we're going to be okay. On our way to the airports, when we were coming back home, we are sitting in a shuttle. We had to get a shuttle to take us to the airport. So I say to him, babe, I'm out of the goodness of my heart. I say, we are now going back home. I ask baby that when we get home, please, let's behave differently. Let's do things differently. Because the way we were living here, I don't think we will be a good example to our kids, you know? I said to him, we must give those kids hope. You and their mother didn't work. And I don't want them to feel like love does not exist. I beg, I plead, let's behave differently. Yo, guys, the moment I said that, he snapped. He started insulting me. Why is it that every conversation we have, you put in the kids? You know, you put in the kids. Like, he started to insult me. It was so bad. The guy who was driving, he looked in the mirror. He was so shocked. He insulted me to a point where I just cried. I cried. I didn't know what to do. What was wrong in my statement? Did I say anything wrong there? I cried. And he didn't even bother. We got to the airport. He left me in the car. He went to queue. I joined the queue. We didn't speak. We checked in. We boarded. So the next 6 hours, we were from Thailand to Dubai. We didn't speak. Nothing. He didn't even check, are you okay? He didn't even attempt to do anything, Jay. Anything. You should be worried when you see another person's child cry. It didn't even touch him. He was just excited that she's crying, at least according to her. I don't know what was going on in his mind. But we didn't speak. And when we get to Dubai, we were going to wait for the next flight, which was going to come we stayed for 2 or 1 hour, I don't remember. He left, he went wherever he went. I was all by myself. These pictures that you see, I took by myself. I had to ask people to take pictures of me. I love pictures. Pictures give me hope. They cheer me up. So I asked people, strangers. I didn't know where he was. And now it's time to go. They are calling us. Because I don't know what I'm stupid, but yeah. I don't see him. I started texting him. I'm like, where are you? We are actually leaving. So because we were using Wi-Fi, we didn't do the international calls thing. So he finally came back. He finally came. We had another 8 hours in the flight. No talking, nothing. You know when people don't know each other. So we flew for 14 hours, me and my guy, without talking. We just got married. Came back, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, what have I put myself into? But I'm like, Jesus, remember my dad told me, and now, how do you tell your parents? So I had to take everything. And still, they say you don't say everything at home. You need to keep it. So I contained that, hoping that things will change, you know. It's just a frustration. I kept telling myself it's just some frustrations, just some evil spirits. So we came back. The plan before we left, It was that we were going to get back to Joburg. We rest for a day, and then we go back the following day to his place. So we came. I was happy that finally we are home. I called the parents, we are here. Then I started to speak to him. I can't do silence. I mean, I can't. I thought he was going to beg, and he's not begging. So what do? I have to speak. So I spoke to him, really, but he was not interested. I'm like, okay, it's okay. What the hell? Let me just leave him. So we came. When we get to the house, he started to be busy. He's packing his things. I'm like, and what is happening? He's like, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Aren't we leaving? He's leaving. I'm like, okay. What about the agreement we had? He's like, what agreement? I'm going home. I've got things to do at home. Can't stay here. I'm leaving. I'm like, what about me? I'm tired. Can't we rest? He's like, if ungafuni ukuhamba, hlala. You can stay. I'm like, okay. So I thought to myself, should I go? Should I stay? Now I don't know what to do. My mind is like, I'm confused. Where am I going? Stay, righteous. You're not needed. But that other heart said, go, fix your marriage. Things will work out, So I said to myself, all right, righteous, keep calm. Just go. Because if you don't go, the parents, your new parents might even think you are the one who's wrong. Just go. You'll see what happens. And then we drove. My parents were here. They were invited in church. So we were going to pass by to see them in Pretoria. On our way, I'm asking him, bruh, Kantu, what is happening? What is wrong? Why are you behaving like this? He said to me, I don't listen. When he's tired, I want him to speak. I just don't listen. He's exhausted. Like, he's got issues that he's dealing with. I'm like, but if you don't tell me, how am I supposed to know? Like, I must just let him be. So I said to him, you know what? You should know that this is my first experience. It's my first time. I've never been married. I don't know anything. You need to teach me how you want me to be around you. And he kept shouting. And then I got angry as well. I'm like, you know what? There's nothing you can teach me with such behavior yourself. You can't. There's nothing that I can learn from you. That was mistake number one that I did. I said to him, you can't teach me. And he's like, yeah, what do you mean I can't teach you? I'm like, I'm just saying the way you're behaving, what can you teach me? So he was angry that I was disrespectful. I agree. And later on I felt bad that I shouldn't have said that. See, when we're angry, we say things and we can't erase words and they get stuck in the person's heart. So he got angry. He drove. I think he drove 180 to 200 kilometers per hour. We almost got killed that day. The way he was so angry and busy shouting. I said to myself, let me just keep quiet. I said, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have mentioned that word. I mean, like, it meant nothing. He was angry. When we got to my parents could see that I'm not happy, but we pretended like we were fine. We greeted and we left. We drove for 4 to 5 hours without talking to his home. When we got there, I received a warm welcome from the kids. Kids are beautiful. They're very innocent. They know nothing. When I got there, they were happy. Mommy is here. So they hugged me, they welcomed me home, and we went to the house. I had bought them things. I've given them what I brought from the trip. It was, at least I received love. I felt loved. I felt comforted. So we slept day 1, he's not talking. Day 2, he's not talking. I'm like, this is serious? How long will this last? This is my first time in your home and you are not even talking to me. I know no one. I decided to call his dad because he works closer to our house. I'm like, can I please see you? Okay, I wanted to make it private. I didn't want my guy to know that I've already sneaked to speak to his dad already. It's still a few days. You cannot just report everything. But for me, it was hard. So I just thought, let me go and speak to him. So he listened. He's like, don't worry. I'm going to speak to your mother. We will call you for a meeting. We'll speak to you guys. I'm like, thank you, Daddy. I went home. He's not talking again. I'm thinking to myself, Lord, what have I done? So we are playing with the kids, and as we were playing with the kids, I just couldn't hold it. I exploded. I burst with tears. I cried while playing in the bedroom with the kids. The boy asked Mommy, what is wrong? I said, I miss my family. I miss my family. He went to the sitting room where Daddy was sitting. He's like, Daddy, please come and comfort Mommy. She's crying. She says she misses her family. His expectations were Daddy would just stand and go with him. But instead, Daddy just looked at him like, what are you saying? What the hell? Okay, I don't know what was running in his head. So he stood waiting for Daddy to respond. Daddy didn't respond. And he came back. When he got back, he gave me a very, that powerful hug, a strong hug of love. I was crying. He cried. He's like, Mommy, please don't cry. Please don't cry. You are making me cry. I'm going to cry. You know what, Mommy? When I grow old, he said he was going to be an IT technician. I'm going to have money. I'll build a 3-story house and I'll call Pastor Mkulu, Mam Bish, Mam Outreach, and all of them to come live with us. Those were sweet words. I got comforted. I'm like, shame, this boy is so sweet. I stopped crying. I'm like, okay, thank you, my boy. Thank you so much. And we started to sing, we danced, and they had calmed me down. So we went to the meeting, and they spoke to us. The parents spoke, and he said to his parents that he's tired. My husband was tired from the first day. He said he's tired. I talk too much. He married me. We've been friends. He knew that I talk too much. And I don't talk when it's unnecessary. And I'm very selective with my words. But I don't know. Now everything that I was saying was just too much for him. So I got back because we were in a long distance marriage. He lives and works in Mpumalanga, and I live and work in Joburg. So the agreement was I had to apply because he hates Joburg. He didn't want to come this side. So I had to give up everything. And I was willing to do that. There was a time I even told my parents I'm gonna resign and look for a job while I'm there. That's how much I was willing to make this work. So it felt like I'm sacrificing everything. I sacrificed, but I didn't mind. It was the decision that I've made. Even the scriptures do say that you shall leave your parents and join, cling with your husband. I was willing. I was old. I knew what I was doing, So, fine. When you get home, when you get to a place and you know that it is my house, it's my family, you want to initiate your own things. So when I got there, I initiated I cooked. I don't like cooking, but because now I was going to be someone's wife, I had to learn, I had to change to learn to impress this man. So, I cooked, and after cooking, I put the food on the table. So the kids would say, Mommy, we are hungry. I'm like, no, let's wait for Daddy to dish up first. We'll do it after him. Because I'm giving him the honor as the head of the house. I'm giving him the respect. I thought it's a good thing. Anyway, I thought that would be appreciated. So this other time after I'm done cooking, Daddy is outside with friends. The kids are hungry. I'm like, we are waiting for Daddy. So they went, Daddy, we are hungry. I said, Hanan, eat. So like, no, Mommy says we can't eat before you. Like, okay, I'm coming. And that was a problem. I didn't know. So you got in, dished up. I'm a village girl. I'm raised by a powerful woman. My mother, until today, she gives Daddy water. and she go kneels down. My dad will wash his hands, and she'll give him a cloth to wipe, and she'll give him a tray of food and pray. So this is my life. That's what I've introduced as well to that family, because I'm used to that. It's not like a chains mesh for me. I feel like that is respect for me to do that. So I used to do that for my husband. I would put water and everything like that. So that was the problem, that I said the kids shouldn't eat before him. Secondly, kids are kids. They play with tissue. So they'll play with tissue. So this other time I said, let's buy cheaper tissue for the kids. Let's not buy the 2-ply. So I thought maybe being a mother, I can just bring in my ideas. I was not allowed to bring in ideas. And I did not know. They used to use our bedroom had an in-suite bathroom. They were using our bathroom. So I'm like, they cannot be using the bathroom now that I'm here. That was also a problem. They were supposed to come to the bedroom to bath while we are there. I don't know how it works. But anyway, I said that. So he got angry. I came back to Joburg on a Sunday. All those small things, he has gathered them, he has gathered them, that no, I cannot be able to live with this person. Monday I call, he's not picking. Tuesday I call, he's not picking. I'm starting to worry now. What is happening? Did I do anything wrong? So there's a lady he introduced me to. So I called. She's like, you know what, Sissy? Don't get involved, you know. He's angry that you refuse these kids to eat because you want him to eat first, and the tissue story and the bathroom story and whatnot and whatnot. I'm like, really? But why is it that he's not telling me? Why is that he's not telling me? He's like, no, just pray. Just pray. Pray about this. It shall be okay. She's a prayerful woman. So I'm like, okay. Now I got very confused. Was I wrong to give you an honor as my husband? Was I wrong to actually give you the respect that you deserve? I mean, I believe that you would appreciate that. But anyway, people are not the same. People are different. I stayed, and Friday decided, even though he was not talking to me that whole week, took a taxi, Bumalang, got married, mus. So I took a taxi. I used to take taxis because I hate driving, first of all. So it was, my travelings were taxis every weekend. Fridays, taxi. So I went. When I get there, he's moody. He's not happy to see me. Same old things. Like, there is nothing interesting for me to be there. Gave me the attitude as always. And in my heart, I'm thinking, am I wrong to come visit my guy? Am I wrong, to do what I'm doing? But I thought to myself, let me not say much. So I just took everything, and I'm like, God will fix it. So this other Sunday morning, we are busy talking. Then I asked, Mara babe, are you sure that your relationship with God is at the right state? And then he's like, what do you mean? And I'm just asking because for me, the way you are treating me, I don't think that you are in good terms with God, because if you were, the Holy Spirit would convict you that what you're doing to your wife, it's wrong, because it's wrong. The way you're treating me is wrong. He got angry because for him it felt like I'm judgmental because he just got saved. I feel like I can teach him everything. I feel like I can control him. I can control his relationship with God. But that is not what I meant. For me it was, I believe that when we are children of God, because I know myself that when I do something wrong, the Holy Spirit will convict me. You shouldn't have said that. Immediately, I say something, and I know that this was not supposed to be said. Most people, they get surprised. I would say things, and for them, they don't take it to the heart. But for me, later on, I'll go back and say, I'm sorry, I apologize. I shouldn't have said that, because the Holy Spirit convicts me that those words were wrong. That's why I said to him, is your relationship still intact with God? So he did not receive my words well. It was towards the month end of May. He was supposed to come visit me. So I actually asked him that, please, since it's month end, you come once because you can't use a taxi. I'll come 3 times to you. So towards month end, I don't know, we're talking on the phone. Mistakenly, I mentioned the kids. He got angry again and he stopped talking to me. And me, with my, I don't know, I'm very quick, I love things. I had already booked that we were going to go out and celebrate our 1 month anniversary. So I booked Wednesday, I made him angry. Thursday, this man is no longer talking to me. The whole day I'm calling, he's not taking my calls. Friday, I'm calling, he's not taking my calls. I'm calling that other lady, I'm like, please beg him for me. He's like, no, he says he's not coming. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Friday, I waited, hoping that maybe he would surprise me. You know, when you wait, thinking that shame, his conscience will be like, but go. Because I even texted him, I'm like, babe, I've done something, I've prepared something for us to celebrate our 1 month. Please just come. You know, I'm sorry, I apologize. Hi, bruh. He didn't come. To a point where I had to ask my sister to come. I went with my sister for that 1 month anniversary. I celebrated it with my sister. I was so sad, I was so hurt, I was so broken. So now it's June. after not coming. Friday, Pumalang. After work, I take a taxi. Pumalang. I go. When I get there, but this time around, I had a discussion with myself, self-introspection. I'm like, righteous, instead of you blaming this man, what are you doing wrong? So I said to myself, Lord, help me to understand him. If you can help me to understand this person, whatever that it does, it won't get to me. So I told myself, let me change my attitude. So I took out my Brazilian and I cut my hair. That's where the short hair started. Cut my hair, I dyed it, I look very pretty. But I was skinny. I was very skinny. I went to Mpumalanga. When I got there, I told myself that, Lord, help me. Don't let me not ask him anything. Let me just carry on. Let me just be happy. When I get there, I'm going to hug him. I'm not going to ask why. I'm just going to hug him. When I get there, I called him. I'm like, I'm here. He came to fetch me. I'm like, hey, babe. He was shocked. He's like, hey. I'm like, how are you? I'm like, are you good? I missed you. He's like, he smiled. So I'm like, Lord, help me. It's coming all right. It's coming all right. So we got home. The kids were there. They were happy to see mommy. And I remember that day, he even took a picture of me with the kids. He even posted on Facebook. He said, I'm a Brazilian falls. So they start cutting their hair. He was making a joke. I'm like, okay, my husband is coming back. Like, thank you, Jesus. So he said to me, we were happy that day. Friday was fun. Saturday it was fun. He said to me, tomorrow I'm going to take you out. I'm like, okay. Like, we're going to Swaziland for lunch. I'm like, yes, my husband is coming back. Lord, thank you. My attitude is working. Woke up in the morning. We even matched matching outfits. Something that I love doing. He agreed. We went to Swaziland. I was so happy. We spoke like human beings, you know. I like the man that I fell in love with. I could see him coming back. That weekend I was so happy. And then we came back home. He was happy that he said he missed me like that. I'm like, I missed you as well. It looked very positive. It looked very exciting. So in the evening we spoke, and he said to me, no, he explained his side, why he's behaving the way. I'm like, I'm sorry that I'm nagging a lot. I'm sorry that I'm pushing very hard. let's try. Like, yeah, let's try, babe. Okay. So it looked positive, you know. Okay, I came back. That weekend I was happy. I was so happy to a point that even on Sunday, when I was to come back, the kids just cried. They didn't want me to come back. Mommy, please don't go. Mommy, please don't go. It was so hard for me to actually go, but we have bonded that weekend, the 2nd of June. I mark it the best weekend in that marriage. So I came back Monday, Tuesday, we were still okay. Wednesday, we were still okay. So the following weekend, we didn't go. I didn't go. Then the following weekend, we are no longer talking again. Then I got angry. I'm like, what is happening here? If he's not giving me attention, who is he giving this attention to? Because this man used to call, he used to call me. You'd get irritated. You'd get irritated by his calls. Every 5 minutes he's calling, and when he calls, we'll sit on the phone. My mom knows whenever she's on the call and he calls, I'm like, Mommy, my guy is calling when we're still in courtship. Everybody knew that, when he start calling, Brang, Bambe, Gankome, Kiku Raf, my guy is calling. So now, it just dropped. So now, okay, I'm thinking to myself, what has happened? What has changed? Oh, Jesus, help me. So we like, okay, I'm thinking, all right. In my mind, I'm like, you know what? I need to go without telling him because he was not talking to me anymore. I need to go without telling him. So I calculated my hours that if I leave here at 1, I'm going to get there at 8. I'm not good with directions, but I can make it. It's still early. I can make it to his house. So that if there is a woman involved, I'll catch them. See, you won't even have any excuses. So Friday came, I drove, I went. Just before we get there, until today I don't know what God was doing and what was happening there. Just before we get there, there's traffic, a huge traffic. What is happening? Apparently there's a truck that fell, collapsed around 1 during the day. Until now they're still trying to fix the road. It's blocked. Hey, Lord. 9, nothing. 10, nothing. 11, nothing. I'm like, this man will sleep. What if he switches off his phone? I have no choice but to call and tell him I'm on my way. I'm stuck. Don't sleep. Don't switch your phone. I'm coming. So I called. I told him I'm on my way. I was like, okay. I got there. I was angry. When I get there, I'm like, tell me, what is it? Why is it? It's long weekend. It was just that June 16 weekend. It's long weekend. You're not even interested to ask me to visit. You're not even interested to come visit. What is wrong? Who's entertaining you? Who's entertaining you? Is there a woman in your life? You know how we get to be nagging. He's like, what? What are you saying? Do you mean I'm cheating? I'm like, I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. He was unhappy that I'm accusing him of things that he's not doing. I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of this. Send me home. Tomorrow morning, please send me home. I want to go home. Send me back home because I don't see why am I here. I don't see. I don't feel needed here. Please, tomorrow morning, send me home. He just looked at me. I woke up early in the morning. By 6, I was up. I woke up. I took a bath. I dressed up. I'm like, I woke him up. I'm like, come, take me home. And he's like, what? I was disappointed. I took my bags. I walked out. I was hoping, okay? I was hoping he'll run after me. He'll fetch me. You know the hopes that you feel your man will come after you. That's the hope I had. Men don't play such games. He didn't come. I walked. I turned back. No car, no sign of a man. I walked. No sign of a man. Go to the taxi rank. I'm thinking, should I go home? I'm like, if I go home, my parents will ask, did you tell your in-laws Yes, but again, I don't want to complicate my in-laws' lives. It's their child. They love him. They will think I'm spoiled. Marriage is like this. I was so confused now. I don't know what to do. Hey, what do I do? Like, I called the friend, his friend who lives around the neighborhood. I wanted to go chill there at least and calm down. She's like, I'm not here. I went somewhere. I'm like, Jesus. Now I don't know what to do. I have to go back to his house. Hey, bruh, I'm bad with directions. Now my mind is confused. Hey, I don't know where is home anymore. I'm busy going back. Bruh, I just walked around the circles. I just found myself in the same place. Found myself in this for an hour to a point where I took my phone and I called. Hey, bruh, he didn't pick up. I called. He didn't pick up. I'm like, Jesus, have mercy on me. I had to go on Google Maps and typed in my house address. I got home after 2 hours. And when I got there, he's sitting in the couch, he's watching soccer laughing. Hey, you don't know the frustration I got. Anyway, I went to the room. I cried when I got there. He felt bad. He made me food. He made me bread, eggs, and avocado. Shame. It was sweet of him. So he brought in the bedroom. I smiled. It's so easy to impress me. I smiled. I'm like, no, shame. I ate. And later on, after eating, I went to join him in the sitting room to sit with him. Then we were okay. And then I said to him, it's June 16. I wish to go to the youth conference. He's like, okay, I'll take you. I'm like, really? Yeah, tomorrow we'll go. I got excited. They're like, thank you. And then the following day, we had stuff to do. It was Saturday morning, we had things to do. And we went to his house to greet the parents, and then we were going to drive. Along the way, me and my big mouth, I mentioned something. Yo! I made him angry again. He got angry. When he's angry and driving, he drives in a high speed, like you get scared. You get very scared. He drove. I was like, I'm sorry. It's so easy for me to say sorry. It's very easy. Shame for me to say sorry, to keep peace. I mean, if he had a soft heart like me, I mean, he wouldn't be angry at me for a day or 2 days without talking to me, because I don't allow you to get to that point. I apologize immediately. But he was angry. We drove until when we were towards where we were going. Then he tried to soften up. And when we got to church, the youth were happy to see me. I remember them standing. We were okay. We pretended to be okay. We even answered. We looked like we were in. Remember, young people, remember? You were here, you were there. We looked like we were happily in love. Everybody was like, says, we want to be like you. In my heart, I'm like, bruh, you can't be like me. You don't understand what I'm going through. But we look like everything is perfect. What happens? Inside our bedrooms, hey, secrets only. After the service, we went to he booked, shame, he was sweet. He booked a hotel, a guest house for me. We went there with the other brothers from church. We were chilling, and we looked okay. In the morning, okay, remember, I don't stay with this guy. I told you, I love attention. Call me every day. I don't mind. Call me every second. I don't mind. That's me. I'm happy. I mean, text me anytime. For nothing, I'm happy. And now I was not getting that from him anymore. So, okay, now we are there. And after the service, he's going to go home. I have to come to Joburg. So I was hoping that morning, at least I'm going to see him. We would be happy together. We don't have to do anything, but let's talk. I mean, let's connect. He decided to go early in the morning to take this. He says to me, I'm going. I'm like, where are you going? To withdraw money to pay for the guest house. He didn't say, let's go. I mean, it would have been nice to say, baby, let's go. So he says he's going. Okay. I'm thinking, okay, please don't take long. Bra, he went. 7 in the morning, he was gone. That's how much he didn't want me around him. 7, he was gone. 8, 9, he's not coming back. By then, now I'm burning. I'm like, what did I do? Why is this guy hates me so much? When he gets back, he comes back, he has bought me breakfast. I mean, for some people, that would have been a nice thing. That at least he thinks of me, even brought me food, he took me to the guest house. For me, that meant nothing. Because if you're going to do all these nice things for me, but you are not there as a person, I mean, what's the use? It's better we live in a shack and you be there for me. That's enough. That's happiness for me. So happiness is defined differently to different people. But for me, let's walk. We don't have to drive. Let's walk and be happy than driving a Porsche Cayenne and not talking. That is not happiness for me. He had brought me takeaways, nice breakfast. He expected me to be happy, to be excited that he's looking after my stomach. I was like, bruh, where were you? It's like I told you where I was. I said to him in a very soft voice, I'm going to say this in my language because I said it in my language. I said to him, why uningenya so kahle kahle? Why uningenya so nendleyini? I mean, why is it that you don't like, you dislike me like this? What did I do? Yo, he got angry. What is it? I don't know what to want. I don't know what to want. I booked you this. I drove all the way for you. I brought you breakfast. The queue we didn't get. I'm like, but why don't you communicate? Text me. But please don't be surprised that I'm taking long. We didn't get the bank here. We drove further. Just communicate, Put me in, fill me in, make me wanted, make me needed. For him, that was too much. So he was angry. He got angry. I've never seen him so angry to a point where he's like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm going home. I'm not even attending church service. Can't be pretending. I'm like, because I spoke my heart. Like, he packed the things. Everybody around could see that, hey, brasek shubi le manj. Packed the bags. He drove in villages. When he's angry, I was so scared for my life. I thought we were going to die in a car accident. Because when he's angry, he drives like hey, I don't know. So he drove so fast. I was so scared. But hey, when we get to church, I'm like, please, baby, don't go. Yesterday we were here happy at church, and today you are leaving. I asked for forgiveness. I begged. I've never begged like that in my entire life. I begged him. I knelt. I did everything that a woman could do, to make a man soften up, but I didn't win. I went to call my sister for the very first time. I went and like, please ask my guy to forgive me. I'm sorry, I didn't appreciate. I'm ungrateful. When she got there, he told her all the things that I did, all the things that I did. My sister said, I apologize. Please, Buddhi, please forgive her. Please forgive her. Forgive her. Bruh, it was just not. I like, let's go buy water because I was hoping that it would cool off. We came back, we went to church. Oh, that day, bruh, that guy couldn't pretend. I've never seen a person who's very honest like that person. We go to church, nah? When we get there, he didn't want to sit with me. Did he sit behind me? I don't even remember what happened. But I remember what the pastor said, tell your neighbor. You know that, tell your neighbor. Please, pastor, you must talk to me. You're exposing us. He said, tell your neighbor something. This guy, yesterday we were all excited. This guy turned and told the other neighbor at the back. Me, I'm sitting here by the corner. I don't know which neighbor to tell. I didn't have a neighbor. He didn't pretend. Next thing they call us, but we were going to be youth pastors. They call us on stage. When he got stage, he's like, he didn't smile. He didn't, I was so embarrassed, But I'm like, Lord, you know my heart. You know my heart. I immediately after church, when they closed, like, I'm leaving. I'm not going to eat. I'm in a rush. He left. I went to ask Pastor Moss. I'm like, please, Pastor, can you kindly go? Apologize. please apologize for me to my husband. I made him angry. I agree. I made him angry. The pastor went. He said the same thing that he said to my sister. The pastor apologized and even prayed. He's like, I'm leaving. Even the prayer didn't work. That's how angry he was. He left. The way he was so angry, he was in a rush. He wanted to go home. He went. So when we get somewhere, I was coming to Joburg. When we get somewhere, this other guy says to me, we went by the shop, passed by the shops. This other guy he was with says to me, we were at Nando's or something with your husband. I'm like, okay. What were you doing? Like, we were eating, we chilled for a long time. Since after church, we have been chilling. I'm like, really? Yo, guys, my heart teared. I'm like, this person didn't want to sit with me, didn't even want to eat. He was so much in a rush to go chill with guys. Is that the way? Is that how much he hates me? I didn't want to show that guy that I'm offended, I'm hurt. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I went to the car, to the bus. I sent him a message. I'm like, babe, I hope you are fine and you're still traveling safe. I'm still apologizing. And he didn't respond. So we got to Joburg. That week, nothing. Yeah, that week, nothing. So the following Friday, it was his turn to visit me. When he gets here, he calls. I live in a flat. So he calls, I have to open the gate for him. I'm here. Yeah, I was happy because the whole week we were not talking. I said he's still angry from Sunday. So he was not talking to me that week. And I thought to myself, let me not go. I mean, I don't even have money anymore. Let me just wait and see what happens. So he came. Oh, I was excited. I'm like, yeah, my guy is coming. So I got downstairs, I opened, I'm like, hey, babe. We get to the house. I'm like, you should be tired. Let me take off your shoes. Nyeg. Like, nyeg, leave me. And in my heart, I'm thinking, how could you travel 450 kilometers to come and behave like this? But who am I to judge? People are different. So I'm like, okay, babe, our wedding video is back. I was watching. Do you want to join? Let's go watch. He's like, no. I know everything that happened. That thing happened 3 months ago. I know everything that happened on that day. I'm like, wow, okay. I don't know what to do. Are you hungry? He's like, yeah, okay. I went to shop and I gave him food. I went to carry on watching my video. I'm thinking to myself, Lord, what kind of life is this? So I went to sleep. So the following morning, it's a Saturday. Woke up, I made food, I brought food. And I'm like, okay, babe, I started a conversation. Okay, let's talk. What are our plans for the next 5 years? Where do you want to see us, you know? I was trying to make a conversation. He's like, Nkatele. Why did you drive all the way here? You don't want to speak to me. What is wrong? He's like, he's tired. I said, we just said, like, we don't know each other. He's busy on his phone. He's going to Facebook. He's watching jokes. He's laughing. But he does not want to talk to me. I got so frustrated, very frustrated. I said to myself, I planned that let me threaten this man and see if his senses are okay. But I threatened him of committing suicide. I stood. I'm like, you know what? You should tell my parents what you did to me, that you are the cause of my death. He woke up. I'm like, don't you dare try. I stood. I was very aggressive. I was very, very aggressive that day. I've never seen myself being, demons are there. Some things you can do them like you're joking, but hey, the devil is roaming around looking for someone to devour. So I believe that evil spirits intervened there because I became a different person to a point that he was scared. And I was also scared. I'm like, no, leave me. Because I can't even divorce. I got aggressive and I tried. And he held me. He was so scared. He held me. I wanted to throw myself. But he held me. and I threatened of taking overdose of tablets. He held me, and I'm like, I can't disappoint my parents. And. So he was like, he's sorry. Then that was when he tried to be himself. And Sunday we went to church. We went to our first time church in Tembisa where he even spoke. And after that he went back home. That was the end of it. He never spoke to me. He went and he told people that he's never going to be with me or talk to me because I'm demon possessed. Instead of him going to tell my parents that he saw a different side of me, he decided to shut off and not talk to me. Called, he didn't pick up. I tried everything, he didn't pick up. The whole of July, I was not married. This guy had left. I remember this other time when his brother called me. She asked, sorry, how am I? I told him that we are not okay. Your brother is not talking to me. And this is the situation. Oh, before that, his parents called and I told them that this is what is happening. They made a conference call. I remember that day I cried from the heart. I cried, I shouted. I've never cried like that. And I used to stay with Andrew. She went home. She had just came back on that day. She found me crying. She just joined in. We cried together. She didn't even know why I'm crying, but she joined in. We cried. The parents did a conference call. They called him to ask him to say something. He didn't say anything. He was not even touched by the way I was crying. That's why I realized that this man just don't love me. He doesn't. He doesn't love me. Like I must just make peace with it. So we hanged up, and the following day or so, the brother called. The parents asked the brother to call me to check on me, and he said, "Hold on." He called him. I could hear. He's like, "How are you?" I'm okay. Like, when last did you speak to Resh? He said, "I don't know, maybe 3 weeks or so." And he's like, "And you're not bothered?" He's like, "Yeah, I don't care. You know what? That girl is demon possessed." So the brother could see that this is hurtful. He hanged up. But already I've heard that I'm demon possessed. I'm like, it's true. My husband thinks I'm demon possessed. Okay. I kept quiet. I'm like, God, you know my heart. And after a month, I'm like, I've given him enough time to chill. I'm going. Let me fix my marriage. That's how stubborn I was. Let me go fix my marriage. I went in August. Now we're in August. July, the whole of July, I was not married. August, I got there and I called him, I'm here. I was hoping that he would be excited that I'm humbling myself. But Dololo, he was the same. He was frustrated as always to see me. So I told him that I'm not demon possessed. I'm okay. I just wanted to see that do you really love me? So he didn't say anything. It was on a Wednesday. Thursday he woke up early in the morning. He came back late, around 9. Yeah, Friday he woke up early in the morning. He said he was gonna be busy. He came back very late. And then Saturday he came, we are going somewhere. Okay. We went to this other house, like it's a friend's house. Okay. My life was just being controlled. I just kept quiet. I told myself that I'm not going to object to anything. I will do what he wants me to do. When we get there, we were in this family. We waited for long. He said I must come out of the car. I refused because for me, it was like I would be pretending to get there and smile. And I was now tired of pretending. I told myself I'm not going to do it. So after some time, he came and he said to me, "Bra, I'm sorry. Let's go in. They are done." Come, let's go in. Okay. I went in. When we get there, it was a pastor's house. It's a pastor or prophet, I don't know. So immediately we walked in. That pastor was like, I see a powerful woman of God in you. You are very anointed. I was like, wow, Jesus, thank you. Those words went straight to my heart, you know. After being told you are demon possessed and someone come and tell you something like that, I was like, Lord, in my heart, thank you. And my husband was behind me. And then we sat down. And then he said to me, look at your hands. I don't even know what he meant. Until today, I don't know what's the meaning of that. He said, God is going to use you to heal many souls. God is going to use you. When you pray for people, they will receive healing. I'm like, I receive. And he said, be careful of your dreams. The third thing that he said, be careful of your dreams. Whatever you dream of, you must pay attention because God will be speaking to you through your dreams. I'm like, I receive. Those were comforting words for me. Hence the fix now. A lot of souls have been healed. And I took those words, I received them well. And he had counseling with me, he spoke to me, advised me, and he prayed for me. The following weekend I went again, and still, after the prayer, still I was hoping for change, but still there's no change. When I get there, moody is all that. Okay, so I just kept the hope. I just kept praying that God change my situation. And on a Friday, his siblings would stay at my house, wait for Daddy to pick them to go home. So it was a Friday. He was at work. He told me he was gonna come late. So the father came to pick them out. Where's your husband? I'm like, he's not back yet. It's a Friday. I'm like, he's not back. He said he's got too much work to do. He's gonna come in late. Okay, that was around 5. 6, Mommy calls. Mommy called and asked, is Abby back? I'm like, not yet. So they were like, what kind, like you haven't seen him the whole of July. Can't he sacrifice? I mean, so I'm like, it's okay, Mama, I understand. And so 6:30, they called nothing. And then they got angry. They called him, what is wrong? You always say she's wrong, and now she's trying, but you are not meeting her halfway. Why are you doing this? And he's like, I'm busy. Second time, he's busy. Third time, they called the sister. The sister is in Joburg. The sister called. And she's like, you always blame her, but now she's there and you're not doing anything. He got angry. They called you in Joburg. He got angry. He drove. Instead of driving from work to our house, it would take him 10 minutes. But instead of coming home, he chose to go to his house. It takes him like 30 minutes, but that day it took him 15 minutes. When he got there, he walked out of the car. He started to point them with his finger. You know, the mother said she ran to hide in a bedroom because she was scared. What is wrong with my son? What has happened to my son? But something said to her, you can't run away from your son. She came out. It's like, why? It's like, don't get involved. Don't get involved. You know, why are you busy influencing my wife? Why do you want to get involved? Why did you call whoever? He was angry. He left, got back to the car, he drove, coming back home. The mother called me. She said, Reshim Banan, please, when that guy gets there, don't say a word. This guy, if he had a gun, today he would have shot all of us. Just imagine. I was shaking. I'm like, oh my God, if he can shoot his own family, who am I? I got scared. I kept praying that Mommy shouldn't have told me this. Because now how do I approach this when he gets here? But I prayed. I'm like, God, give me hope. Lord, give me strength. Lord, give me strength. And because my God is good, the baby girl came and said, Mommy, I want ice cream. I'm like, okay, let's walk to Spa. Now it's around past 7 to 8. We walk to Spa. When we get to Spa, he was also coming. When we were walking out the Spa, he was getting in with a friend, with a colleague. I'm thinking, here he is. What must I do? I'm like, let me just greet. I'm like, Sanbonan. I was scared. You know, when you're scared of your own husband. Sanbonan. He just passed like he didn't notice us. And the friend said, hi. The friend was amazed. Why is he behaving like he does not know us? What you go? Is this not your wife and your child? Why do you act like that? He kept quiet. They went in. I'm outside. I'm thinking, should we wait for his car? Should we wait for the lift or should we walk? I'm like, no, let me just wait. I'm tired anyway. So we sat outside. This other colleague of his came out and found us sitting outside and said to me, why is your husband letting you sit out like this? I'm like, no, I decided myself. And while I'm answering, he's on his way. I'm like, no, I decided myself to sit here. We've got the keys while I was lying. So he got it, opened the car, we sat, and I'm like, hello. Just decided to be calm, you know. I, you hearing Ndaba shooting. I decided to be as calm as I could that day. Even if he can say, bruh, kneel down with your head, I was gonna do anything that day. I don't want to die like that. So I'm like, Bashumi. And then he's like, Abe. I'm like, okay. Are you fine? I didn't say anything. So when we got home, I got inside the house. It was outside. I'm thinking, what must I do? I'm like, let me go. I went to him outside. I'm like, babe, are you okay? He's like, you like telling my parents everything. You are ruining my relationship with my parents. I'm like, I didn't say anything, man. They came and didn't find you. They kept calling me and ask if you are back or not. Yeah, why do you tell my parents you're ruining my relationship? I'm like, I apologize. Let's go. I prepared food for you. Suit. Okay. I went. That day, I walked on the street at night. I was praying. I was interceding for my life. I'm like, Jesus, I can't die like this, a premature death. I'm not ready. I pray that help that man to calm down and help me to remain this calm. I couldn't wait to go home. And then the following day, I called that pastor who he introduced me to. I'm like, I want to talk to you. I went and I told him, this is happening. I'm so scared. And this is what the mother said. And he called him and he came, he apologized. And we went to his house. After that, I was hoping we were going to spend time together. Hey, from there, he takes me to another revival. I found myself in another home cell. That's how much I needed prayers. The demons. And we are in another home cell. We are in church again. Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, oh wow. Hey, when we get there, they pray. I just cried. I couldn't pray. I cried, and those ladies were busy motivating me as Umakoti, what I must be doing. I'm thinking to myself, Lord, I've had enough prayers this weekend. I'm okay. Just want to go home. I went home, we rested. Sunday, we went to church. Then after church, I missed the kids because they were not there. I said, I want to see the kids. I miss them. Hey, he started to get sick. This man started to get sick. He's sick. He just want to go home and rest. And now I was to come back. So we passed by the taxi rank. The taxi was there waiting for people. There's only 2 people, 22 seats. And he's like, we'll come back. I cooked in the morning before church. I dished up. And then he's like, let me take you to the tent. I'm like, it's still early. I don't want to go there and get bored. He's like, no, it's fine. Let's go. I want to come back and rest. Bruh. He left me there in a taxi rank alone, in a taxi with 2 people, 22 seats, and he left. He told me he was going to sleep until he wanted to go watch soccer. I felt unloved that day. He didn't even call to check is the taxi getting full, what is happening. He didn't even do anything. This picture, you see, we took it on that day. I posted this on a Monday while we were not even talking. I was so angry because the brother told me that they are watching soccer. I was so angry. Then I was starting to see that this thing is not going anywhere. But I kept trying and trying. Then towards the end, that's when I decided, let me book a holiday for us. Let us go and have in a different area, in a different place. Let's go sit and reconnect. I'm gonna come to Mpumalanga, and you will ask for leave at work. I'll do the same. So I went in Friday. He was okay that weekend. We fought. That day I was angry as well. I shouted. I didn't care. I shouted because he kept blaming me of things that I just felt like I'm doing enough and I'm not appreciated. Whatever that comes, let it come. I was at that state of I don't care anymore. But still I was trying. My mind was, I don't care, but your heart is still there. So we fought and I still apologized because I didn't want the kids to see that there is friction. So we went to that holiday on a Friday. And Friday when we got there, it was okay. We were fine. Saturday morning, we went to have breakfast. After breakfast, we sat down and I asked him some few questions about marriage. And then that we were building a church. So he said to me, he's got plans for himself. I'm busy forcing him to pay the auditorium pledge. I didn't even force him. I just asked, how far are you with the auditorium pledge? So he said, I'm forcing him. He's got plans. He's building a house. He's got plans that he wants to achieve in 5 years' time. You know, I'm like, no, I was just asking. So I don't know, but he just got angry, Nji. And he left me there. He went to take a break wherever. Remember, we are in a holiday, but he just got angry. He left. I called him, I'm like, I miss you. I'm lonely, as always. I'm lonely. He didn't come. And after that, he came back. I apologized. And in the morning during breakfast, I asked him, baby, I miss you. I miss us going to church together in Joburg. Please visit and let's go to church together. Since we got married, I've never went to church with you. It's only once, and every time you are ready, he got angry. I work in the public, he works in private companies, he doesn't have time. All that I want from him is attention, and he can't give it to me. He just can't. He got angry, shouted, he left me in the breakfast room. It was packed with lots of people. Like, ngiyahamba. I'm like, ngiyahamba. He left. He left, and I said to myself, you know what, this is just too much. In the afternoon, we were to come back. I said, please, let's not go now. Let the lift get me here because it's closer for me to be going home than for me to drive back to Malelani and drive. And I'm tired, my body, the traveling, I'm tired. He's like, he has to go, he has got things to do, whatsoever. I'm like, but can't you consider me? Please, I'm human, feel for me. I don't know what I said. He's got to fetch the kids. I'm like, I understand you want to fetch the kids, but what about me? Where do I fit in here? He got angry. He locked me in the car. I was sweating. I tried to open. It couldn't open. The bell rang. He went for almost 30 minutes. I'm sweating. I don't know what to do. I look like an embarrassment. We just fought in the breakfast room. Now the car here. I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. I'm calling. It's not picking. I'm just like that day. That's when I decided that no, you know what? This man will kill me if I don't leave this. He will kill me because he has given me all the reasons to leave. While the night before, that very same morning, when we were showering, he was showering with me. I'm cold-blooded naturally. I'm a cold-blooded person. When we were showering, he just decides to open cold water. He held me. He put me there. He held me so strongly. I was suffocating. I couldn't breathe. Cold water showering on me. I'm like, I'm crying out for help. I'm crying out for help. Like he didn't care. After that, he laughed. He's like, he was just joking. I'm like, what? What kind of a joke is this? I cried. I'm like, this man does not love me, and we're playing a game. Yesterday, on a Saturday, I asked him, why did you marry me? He said, because you were desperate. I'm like, really? Oh, wow. I was hurt. I'm like, really? Was I desperate? Did I force you to marry me? You know, is that the reason you are ill-treating me? Because you think I was desperate? Me, you know? And now all this in that weekend, all this actually made me to make up my mind that if I don't leave this relationship will kill me. So that's when I decided that if this man doesn't say anything, I'm not gonna say anything ever again. He gave me his friends. We ended up having to go back to Malilani, and I had to come back to Joburg because I couldn't wait. That was okay for me. It was like, it's fine, God, as long as I have my life. And he gave me his friends. They were, it's late, not even to check on me. They were drinking. When you send someone's child, you should be concerned. But the way he hated me, he didn't even attempt checking up on me. He just let me go. I got home. He didn't call to check if I'm home safely. The following day, I sent him this email. This was his response. That was the end of our marriage. And I accepted that. I took it very well to say that I'm not going to force. I'm not going to Mpumalanga anymore. I've done what I had to do. Even God himself knows. I mean, no one would have done what I've done. I've worked on this. In the 5 months of our marriage, he came to me twice. I don't know how many times I went to Mpumalanga. I don't know how many leave I took to go to him. So I stayed for a month. I told his parents after 2-3 weeks that there's this, and he says this. They're like, we're going to see. And nothing happened. A month, second month, nothing happened. I could see that this is real. I had to tell I called my father-in-law. I'm like, I see that there's nothing. You are not calling me. Let me just tell my parents because it's now affecting my progress and it's affecting me also. He said, okay, I can't stop you. Then I went and I told my parents, this is the situation. My husband and I are fighting. I still had hope still, but, I'm like, my husband and I are fighting. Just pray for us. This has been happening. So they're like, let's give it a month. They stayed and nothing happened until they decided to call his parents. And then his parents said they called and asked for a meeting. My parents initiated the meeting because his parents couldn't initiate the meeting. So we met. I remember it was on the 4th of November, a day before the 4th. I've never prayed like that. Me and these other ladies from Komazi introduced me to 3 hours in a phone praying. I mean, if God wanted to fix that marriage, he would have fixed it. He would have healed it. We prayed. We prayed in other tongues. I've never prayed like that in my life, hoping that tomorrow's meeting will bring a better result. We prayed and I was at peace. I remember on our way traveling home, I said to my siblings, if this man can say that he's done with me tomorrow, I won't make it. I won't survive. I will die. And my siblings kept saying to me, don't ever say that. You had a life before this man came, and you will still carry on with your life. For me, nothing made sense. I was in denial. I was hoping that when we get to that meeting, my husband will say, I'm sorry, it was my mistake. Unfortunately, God's plans. This was part of God's plan. We got to the meeting. He didn't even pitch. He came in late. I remember him saying that he's tired. And he gave few reasons. Reason number 1 was that I shout. Reason number 2 was that I talk too much. Reason number 3 was that when he wants to watch soccer, I want him to watch one gospel. He wants his life back. And my dad asked, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm tired. His parents tried to convince him. Shame, they tried. They cried. They explained. And he was done. He didn't want me. He wanted nothing to do with me. He just didn't want me. I had made peace that if God wanted to fix this, he would have fixed it. After the prayers we heard, and when the parents begged him, I could see that they are begging him. And remembering all the things that I've went through, I raised my hand and I asked, can I please answer? My grandmother was there sitting. She's like, Kahle miela wena. And my dad was like, give her a chance. Let her speak. And I said, both of our parents are still young. They deserve to live. We should not frustrate them. I accept the withdrawal of this marriage. I gladly accept. Let's just leave it. It's not working and we can't force it. And my dad asked him again, are you sure? He's like, he's sure. Can we give you something to write on? He's like, yes. They gave him, he wrote that he's withdrawing from his marriage. He even signed. They gave me, I gladly accepted and even said, bless you. And then I had questions that I felt I need to ask. So I asked, can I please at least ask you one question? Why did you come here? Why did you come to this family? Did you want to prove that our God does not exist? Or what games, what exactly, why did you come here? He got frustrated. The question frustrated him to a point where he responded that it's not easy. I said to him, love is kind, love is patient. You couldn't be patient with me. Like, it's not easy. You know, I loved you and I still do. It's not easy. He got angry and frustrated and he stood and he did this. He's like, I can't do this anymore. And he left. That is how my marriage ended. He walked out like that. Left my parents, his parents, my grandmother in shock like that. They called, hey. He was done. He left. And the parents remained and they apologized. Shame. And I went to fetch my things. They had packed my things the very same day. I went to fetch my things and yes, we lived happily ever after.